you want to attract your dream partner, a high-value partner who likes you for you, all sides of you, then you need to stop doing this. And most high-performing men and women are doing this one thing without even realizing it. Right? It feels like you're just sharing. But it's this innocent habit that is blocking connection with your dream partner and actually inviting in the wrong partners. You need to stop leading with your achievements in dating. So let's talk a little bit about what this means. Leading with your achievements, right? So whether you're a man or a woman, leading with your achievements in dating is going to repel your dream partner, that partner who's going to support you, who's going to understand how to lift you up and help you dream bigger and reach bigger goals while also honoring who you are on the inside, and actually attract someone in who's there just for the shininess of everything you have to offer, and not necessarily interested in actually building a genuine connection. And as I mentioned, most of you are probably leading with your achievements without even realizing it, because you do it in so many parts of your life. It feels comfortable, right? It's how you've built so much success in business, is being able to talk about what you've been doing with your life. It's how you've learned to get praise from those that you look up to. But when it comes to your love life, it's not going to lead to the connection that you desire. So leading with your achievements can look like always bringing your achievements or your job or your business into the conversation. What you're building, what you're doing, the latest stage you spoke on, the latest podcast you were on. It can also look like always asking the other person about their job or their career or their business or what they're building. Leading with your achievements can also happen when you're having a conversation and then you rewire the entire conversation or redirect the entire conversation back to something that reminded you of, back to like whatever it reminded you of in your career, in your business, in your achievements, your professional life. It can also look like planning a first or second, even third date around something that's in your professional network. Whether it be a speaker or inviting someone to come see you, like in your element in work. And the other piece of leading with your achievements is never opening up about anything else, right? You might have asked the other person questions about what inspires them or what lights them up or what it was like to grow up in their family, but you never open up about yourself unless it has to do with your professional life. And this is an important conversation to have for both men and women, because ultimately the end result is the same. If you lead with your achievements, you're not going to end up with your dream partner. But the reason for a man versus a woman to not end up with the right person can be very different, can look very different, because the dynamics of the masculine and the feminine. So I'm going to talk about both. I'm going to talk about what happens when a man leads with his achievement and what happens when a woman leads with her achievements. So great to see so many of your names and faces in here. So when a man leads with his achievements, he is going to attract women who are drawn more to his lifestyle and what he has to offer versus who he really is. Because a woman who wants to get to know who you really are is going to feel like you're searching for affirmation, or it's going to feel like she's bumping up against a wall every time she wants to have a deeper conversation that doesn't have to do with more surface level work or building or dreams, etc. Goals, I should say. Dreams can be more personal. And a woman who is more interested just in the lifestyle and the glitz and the glam and the perks that come with it is going to feed into it. She's going to want to know more about it. She's going to be asking you specific questions simply about what you do, what that looks like. It can also attract a woman who knows that it's not quite the right connection, right? Knows there's something off when it comes to compatibility or chemistry, but keep trying to date you for longer than she would someone else because of what you are talking about and because of your achievements. So if you're the type of guy who feels like women keep leading you on, like it feels like you have a connection with somebody, but then all of a sudden she tells you she doesn't feel that romantic connection, it's likely because you were leading with your achievements, so she was drawn to what you were talking about, but didn't actually feel connected to you. And it can also attract a woman who ends up being in competition with you. So it can attract a woman who is in her wounded masculine energy, where when she hears about your achievements, instead of wanting to be there and support you, she then feeds into the conversation talking about her achievements, and eventually it creates a dynamic where you both feel like you're a little bit in competition, right? Her business is more important. No, your business is more important, and you never come together as a team. And when a woman leads with her achievements, it will also attract the type of man that is not going to be the type of partner that she desires. So when a woman leads with her achievements, she will attract a man who's really into the shininess of what she does, but doesn't actually know how to inspire her or invite her into her feminine energy. So she feels like she always has to be on, or anytime she starts to show her feminine or an emotional side of her, she doesn't feel supported in that. So she feels like she's the one moving things forward and that she has to protect herself. So the man is never truly able to embody his masculine while she's in her feminine energy. And so it feels like she's not actually being honored as the woman in the relationship, but now she's more being honored for what she does. Her job title, her income. It will also attract a type of man who isn't fully confident in his mission, who wants to make sure that the woman is also contributing in a way that makes him feel like, okay, we're going to be okay. And it's totally fine to want a partnership where both people have big dreams, have big goals, are working towards something, right? I'm not here saying that there needs to be a traditional line of a man working and a woman staying at home. I would be a hypocrite. I work very hard. But it's important as a woman to have a partner who knows that he could also stand on his own 2 feet and isn't reliant on her and knows that it's okay for her to take a break. Actually urges her to take breaks. And leading with your achievements as a woman can also create the dynamic of competition, where a man feels like he has to keep up with your achievements. So you end up in a relationship where neither person feels secure. It doesn't feel like you're actually working towards a common goal. It feels like you're always butting heads. Because a man who's in his healthy masculine energy, if he notices a woman's leading with her achievements, he's not going to feel polarity. But a man who isn't integrated into his masculine energy or is in wounded masculine energy can feed off that energy, and he doesn't realize that he's actually entering a partnership that's not going to be fulfilling for him. And vice versa, same for the woman. So I saw a question pop up about, I'm going to scroll back up to it, how you can be sure of their direction without it seeming like an old-fashioned job interview. So it's really important to recognize that someone's direction in life has so much more to do with how they're showing up and what they're embodying than what they're actually telling you. Anybody can tell you anything, but you're going to know someone's confident by their energy, by the way that it feels to be around them. You're going to know that someone is driven based on the decisions they're making. You're going to know that someone is secure based on the boundaries that they have. So it's important to have these deeper conversations about your bigger dreams and the dynamic that you see in your future partnership. But leading with your achievements is when you are constantly throwing in little tidbits of things that you've done really well recently. So this can look like using something that happened at work as being the lead into every texting conversation with somebody, versus something that you experience within you or in your personal life. Because there's a lot of men who don't understand how to tell if a woman is into them for who they are. And it's because you are leading with your achievements. So you never really know, is this woman into me? Because you're never actually showing that side of you. And same with women. They wonder how they get into these partnerships where they never feel like they can just relax and be themselves or be honored in their emotional experience. And it's because they've led with their achievements. And it's just such a subtle shift to be able to deeply connect with somebody when you release the guard. When you stop feeling like in order for you to be loved, that you have to have done something. And this is exactly what happens when someone has a subconscious belief that love is an achievement. This is one of the top subconscious dating blocks I see high performers have. Because you've been told from a very young age, whether it be directly or indirectly, that you receive praise, you receive what you interpreted as love when you achieve something, or you were trying to always get what you desired from the lens of love from your caretakers, right? So maybe you weren't given praise, or you were scolded if you didn't do something right, or your parents were just a little bit more neutral, or somebody wasn't around a lot, mom or dad. And you learned that you could potentially get attention by achieving something. And it's one of the reasons you've been so driven your whole life. It can be a gift. But on the other side of our strengths is always where we have a weak spot or a shortcoming. The weak is the word I'd like to use. So the first step to being able to lead with who you are in dating and actually attract somebody who wants to create a genuine connection with you is to remove the subconscious belief that love is an achievement, to recognize that you are inherently lovable. And lucky for you, this is my superpower, is showing people how to be able to attract their perfect match without feeling like they need to prove themselves, without feeling like they need to play games, without feeling like they need to be somebody they're not. Because while it might feel like you're doing something to try to get your dream partner by doing these things, by putting on a performance, by trying to figure out what to text next, by trying to show who you are through the things you say, the things you give, the dates you planned, you're not actually getting closer to your end goal. You're getting further away from it. But when you remove your subconscious dating block, when you remove the subconscious belief that love is an achievement, well, now you quickly get to that end goal. Attracting your dream partner, it's like the floodgates are open, and bringing that person into your life feels effortless. You don't worry about what to say or do next. You're focused and in the moment with connecting to them. And this is the most wonderful feeling to have, because it'll be the first time, likely, that you ever feel seen for who you truly are. So you get to be loved simply just by existing. This doesn't mean that the dreams and the goals go away. It simply means that you don't feel like you have to do it in order to be okay. You choose it. And that's the most empowering thing you can feel. So if you are ready to stop trying to put a Band-Aid on the issue and keep reliving the same disheartening dating cycles, and instead actually solve the root issue and solve it quickly, to call in your dream partner, now is the time to contact me about high proximity coaching, because I only have a few spots left, and this is your opportunity to work with me one-on-one, to look at your unique dating life, to look at the personal roadblocks and the personal subconscious blocks that you have in dating, and be able to quickly shift them so you can get off the apps for good. You don't even have to think about getting on the apps ever again. So if you are a man wanting to attract your dream woman, DM me the word dream woman. And if you're a woman looking to attract your dream man, DM me the word dream man. All right, you guys, as always, it's so great to be here, and I can't wait for the next one.